Yo, so I was bored and I've been wanting to do this for a while, make a YouTube video or some TikTok, something like that. So here's me making some pesto pasta. So this is like a nice basic little meal. Pasta is like a pretty easy thing to learn, and pesto is just a handful of ingredients. Most Italian foods like that. But one thing I hate about pesto is you have to use pine nuts, and they're delicious, but they're just so expensive. But here's a life hack for you. Pine nuts are cheap as hell if the self checkout thinks they're peanuts. So I didn't tell you that, but that's a quick little life hack. Anyways, all I did so far was just add flour, salt, eggs to a food processor, blend that into a dough, and rest it. Now I'm just gonna knead it for 10 minutes. You can do it all by hand. I just think it's less messy this way. Just makes it easier, but you do you. Basil's not in season right now, but luckily my grocery store carries these little basil plants, so I can just make them whenever I want. Here I'm blanching the basil, 30 seconds in some boiling water. You don't have to do this. I probably wouldn't do this if I made it all and I was going to eat it all in the same day, but as pesto sits out, it starts to brown and oxidize like avocado and apple, stuff like that. So I just don't want my pesto to be poo color. I want it to be nice and green. Here I've just added my pine nuts, my garlic, blend that into a paste, add the blanched basil, some Parmesan cheese. So once that's all blended together, you just want to drizzle in some olive oil while the food processor is running, get it nice and smooth. And once that's all smooth like this, you just want to add salt to taste. I always like making a big batch, so if I don't feel like making fresh pasta, I could just boil some dry pasta and eat it, or mixing it with some mayo and using it on a sandwich. Oh my god, so good. Now here I'm just rolling it through my pasta roller, each time going thinner and thinner. This is the first setting, this is second, and then I'm just going to fast forward to like the 8th setting. You can see how long the sheet gets. It's probably the most fun part. So now that I make YouTube videos, I probably have to say something like, oh, actually, the most fun part is eating it. Okay, but for real, now we're just going to cut it. And my pasta roller has like 2 settings, linguine and fettuccine. For pesto pasta, I like fettuccine. It doesn't really matter. You use whatever the hell you want. So as I'm cutting it, I'm just tossing it in some flour. Make sure it doesn't stick to each other. Toss it in my boiling water. Let that come to a boil. Cook al dente. Fresh pasta only takes a couple minutes. Now we get to eat. So put some pesto in a bowl with some butter. Butter just makes it nice and creamy. Add your pasta. You want to toss that all together until it's nice and coated in the sauce. You could keep adding pesto as needed. But yeah, we're done. So here's the pasta. Just gonna sprinkle some Parmesan on it. Let me know what you guys thought. I don't know what to make next, but I'll probably post again soon. So thanks for watching.